do shop walks often. I haven't done a hangar walk for quite some time, so I'm going to show you what's happening here at Iconic, give you a little taste of what we're working on 2023, and kind of explain to why we're so full. First and foremost, the reason why there's so many bikes here is the weather's been quite damp, a lot of rain here in LA. Most of our shippers are behind. Even our Iconic truck is got stuck in some of the weather. So we have somewhere to the tune about 25 to 30 bikes that you should see leaving us within the next couple weeks. This OW1, for example, right under where Canon's shooting the video from. This RGV heads out next week up into Northern California. There's a slew of bikes that'll be leaving and give us more space, and we need it because we got so much stuff that's coming in. We just posted yesterday, American Honda sent us a ton of bodywork, really neat Providence type bodywork that came from some ex-racers, Duhamel, however you want to pronounce it, and Neil Hodgson. There's a whole bunch of Corona team bodywork over there, as well as some Bostrom stuff as well. So we're going to run all this on the auction site, zero reserve, and all the funds from these charities go to, what is it, Right for Kids, Cannon? Yep, Right for Kids charity. So moving on. This one of the bikes we're waiting for some paperwork on, the Ducati Diavel, the Lambo edition. These GSXRs, the RKs, are both quite rare. Has a whole bunch of parts for one of them to put it back to stock if we want to go that route. Waiting for titles. The two Ninjas sold quite some time ago. Gentleman's paying storage. The 213Vs are sold. The RC45 is sold. That NR 750 is sold. Like I said, we're just a little backlogged. This is interesting. This just came in. It is a brand new V4R, basically some surplus stock from Ducati in Italy. And I've got a connection over there that sent us this and one of the winter test V4 SPs. So watch for that soon. While I'm over here, and we have a good image of what's going on here. So what we're working on right now is a mezzanine that's going to cover pretty much the entire area where the bikes are sitting. So that mezzanine, we're hopefully to have it in the next 2 to 3 months. That will connect onto the top of the parts room, which if you notice in that corner, you'll see a bunch of wood. We're creating a second level of the parts room. The mezzanine will also connect to the second layer up here for the collector bikes and the show pieces. And then lastly, it'll also connect up to the upper level of the rack. So real estate in California is rather expensive. What do? Time to go up. Speaking of, there's actually another ocean container that will be here as soon as the weather gets a little bit better. And I'm going to put that here and put bikes on top of that as well. So we're going to utilize every inch that we can. Moving on this way, we sold this on the auction site quite some time ago. It just came back. The guy had some fun with it. Time to find it a new home. Let's keep walking, Cannon. This is the V4 SP that I mentioned. This will be going on the auction site. Brand new, one of Ducati's finest that just came out. Here, if you watch our Instagram, you will notice that a lot of these came in just this last week from Europe. You know, there was some mix-up on, some people are making comments about miles per hour and kilometers. The reason for that is we consolidate in the UK, so you get bikes from all over Europe, and some are in kilometers, some are in miles per hour. Obviously a ZX7, or ZX7, I'm sorry, a YZS 750R, RG500. This is interesting because we actually have 3 of these inbound now. So we have this one, we have another RG500 coming from a buddy of mine, Sean, in Georgia. And lastly, there was a motor that came in the last container that we had built in the UK for a client. Unfortunately, that client had passed away, but he wants us to put that motor in his RG500. The estate wants us to sell that one. So if you're looking for a rider, that'll be a good deal. And it's got like Brembros and things like that. So watch for 3 different RGs. I know these are heavy, and I know these are big, but these old Gixxer 1100s, they just bring back so many memories. I had this buddy in Huntington Beach that rode with me, Pretty Boy Jason, they called him. And he rode one of these things. It was lower to the ground. It was fast as heck in the straights, but man, it sucked in the corners. Moving on, the Virus, we believe, is sold. We're waiting for that to fund. MH900 has sold, but there's another MH900 over there. This Cruiser came in for service, but we also have a Cruiser on the next container from Japan. There are currently somewhere to the tune of about 140 bikes internationally that we should see here shortly, between Japan, the new UK partnership, and some other ones from different places. So watch for those. Moving on, another ZX7. This is a newer one, like a 2002, I believe. R1. RZV 500, the aluminum frame version, as you probably know. This is also for the auction site, waiting for title. ZX7 in the red and purple. Avi was talking about that in one of the videos before. There's a bunch of Fireblades that came in. So CBR 900s, obviously the, we didn't get this livery here as well, but for the auction site, this one's a very popular one. That one just came in. This one came in the last shipment. There's quite a few bikes. So, almost done. Let's take a couple more look. Some of the improvements that we've made. The guys have a new shop area for the service manager team. They are kind of holding the walk-ins from hitting and bothering all the mechanics. So all 5 mechanics are staying busy back there. GSXR 1100 came from our UK partners. Come on this way, Ken. Really excited about this bike. This came from a buddy of mine in Europe. He's really close with the owner of it, which is in Germany. 996R, as you know, a pretty special bike. Waiting for title. We have a couple people on our membership program, iconic members, that are interested in it, so it might pre-sell, but we'll see. Moving on really quick, the Black Shadow. I did a video on that this morning. That Vincent Black Shadow, that just sold, and Steve's already doing some safety checks on it, things like that. Make sure it's good for the gentleman to ride it. He will be riding down the street. Ollie is working on one of the final Alan Wilzig bikes. That title just came in. It took a while to get all of them in here, but that is a YB10, I believe. Alex is on a scooter. Yanni is on a VF1000R. Angel is working on a Ducati Monster that's getting a whole bunch of accessories and upgrades for a very an owner that just loves that bike. Let's see the CBXs. There is 7 bikes for India that are sold. The CBX being one of them. This is one we sold a long time ago. As I said, there's a lot of bikes here that should be shipping out relatively soon and give us some more space. For those of you in my genre or my age, you'll know this. This S-Rad came in from the UK. Nice bike, has a nice cowl on it. Usually these get all scraped up. This one is in good shape. Another Fireblade. This is the one that Abhi was really excited about on all the posts when I was gone. Some YSR 50s around here. Classic BMW K1 from our new partners. And if you like the originality of the first year CBR 900s in the United States, the red, white, and blue. There are 2 of these around here somewhere. So lots of new bikes, lots of new things going on. So one more time, watch for the mezzanine soon. Watch for more news on what's happening with us on our UK office. They are building out that building as we speak. We should have that facility open and ready by summertime or shortly thereafter. The Japan operation is already undergoing. Having those 3 spokes here, Japan and the UK, will give us the ability to move bikes around cheaper, faster, and ideally just seamlessly. So watch for that quickly soon, and that's about it. So stay warm. Thank you, Cannon, for following me around, and we'll have some more space soon.